Yep, ready when you are.
All right, brother. Out of retirement, Anthony Mundine.
Well, I never really called it retirement. You know, I really wanted to think about things and contemplate and reflect, and yeah, I truly feel that was God's will. It's the only way I can describe it. I feel my preparation was unbelievable. One of the best I've had. But you know, come the fight night, that's never happened to me. But like I didn't freeze, but I was like stiff. You know, I was letting him in too close, too quick, and no hands up. Like that's not me. You know what I mean? And I never trained like that or fought like that my whole career. So I know that was just God's will showing me that He's the boss. You know what I mean? And I always want another crack. You know, if He does it. If he done it once, he should be able to do it again. That's what I believe. So I just want to pray.
Any things do you reckon shock happened on the night that you feel that went wrong?
None. Obviously the weight, you know, because I fought green at cruiserweight, catchweight at cruiserweight. I was supposed to make 83. I couldn't even make 83. I made about 79.5, which is middle light heavyweight. Obviously, come from that, and then coming down fought. I struggled against Tom Brown just to make middleweight. I struggled, you know, pretty hard, and then I had to struggle again, extra kilo and a half to make the 71. But not just that, I had that second weigh-in, which I had to be careful about.
Exactly. How much of an impact did the 71 kilos you reckon have on your chin? Because from a boxing perspective, for people out there that don't understand, when you get down that low and other guys walk around at different weights, it makes a massive impact, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. And you know, he had all the advantage as far as the weight concerned. You know, me after having to make 71, but he probably walks around at 75, 76. You know, he's a big sort of welterweight, and he can fight at super welterweight as well. So, and even middleweight, I believe. But he's a big guy, like he's just obviously a bit shorter than me and more stockier and built. So I really had to struggle to get down to that 71. But you know, I do it for the right fights, and I've done it to make the fight happen, basically. Yeah. And then, but the thing that got me is the second weigh-in. You know, I mean, I couldn't weigh 75.
Yeah, exactly.
That was only 4 kilos. Like fighters average putting on 5-6 kilos. You know what I mean? Average. I was only put on 4.
And you know more about it than what we do. If it's not a world title fight, was that Lonigan and Jeff Horn's camp throwing that in as their own little contract?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, they wouldn't have the fight unless that was going to happen. So I said, whatever, man. Let's get it done.
Because I personally believe, as one of your biggest fans in this country, and that wasn't right. I think it was wrong.
I think it wasn't a low blow or nothing like that, but I think they just tried to get every advantage they could.
Yeah, and took it.
Yeah,
exactly. Did his power surprise you?
No, it's not that he got power, man. Like anyone that can just throw a punch, like technically right, and hit you on the sweet spot, like a golf ball. If you hit that golf ball on the sweet spot, it's going. You know what I mean? So
that's exactly right, John.
He just got me sweet, bro. You know what I mean? And early. And when I was cold, and I was still coherent. I wasn't knocked out. So
no.
I was still coherent, but I was just like, I've never been drunk, but I think that's how you feel when you're drunk. Like, you know, like balance wise, and you know. Was
his team good to work with?
Yeah, man. At the start, Lonnie was being a bit of a dick, but yeah, in the end, he came pretty good. Yeah, Glenn I got a lot of respect for. I think he's manifested his belief in Horn and himself.
Yep.
I still truly believe that, you know, I'm the better fighter as far as talent, ability, and boxing wise, skill wise, and I just want to prove that, you know, and try to get that, you know, win, lose or draw, I'll be content, but I truly believe I can beat him. No problem.
If he doesn't fight you, do you think Corn can bring a casual fan without a big name to opponent? So this is what I'm looking at, and I've had this conversation with a couple of guys in your corner, and that I firmly believe we had 27,800 people at that fight. How many were there to really see Anthony Mundine, and how many there were to see Jeff Horn? I'm not going to pull no punches. You dragged that crowd there that night.
Oh yeah, well, man, I mean, I'm the, you know, like you say, whether you hate me or love me or hate me, I create buzz, I create headlines, I create atmosphere, you know, things I stand up against, and create sort of people that don't sit on fences, you know what I mean? They just
Believe
with or against me, and that's what the game about, man. We're in the entertainment business. I'm there to entertain to the fans, people, and that's through the whole show, not just the fight. I mean, I'm lucky that I'm a fighter that's appealing to the eye. I'm pretty to watch. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I like watching myself because you know I do things smoothly and good, but yeah. But outside that, as far as a character and real personality, you know, he's like I said, he's dry. He's like watching paint dry. You know what I mean? He wasn't pushing nothing, but like I said, I just wanted that chance, and they want me to have another fight or get a win, get a credible win.
Yeah, good.
And I was like, all right, cool.
Who's next for you, Chop? What do you want to do? Where do you want to move? Is it straight into a Horn rematch, or is it
I would love to go straight to the Horn rematch. That's
really.
I would love that.
Okay.
I mean, I've been there, done everything. You know what I mean? Like I've won titles. I've fought the best. Some of the best fighters in the world. You know, as Raf's not gonna do nothing for me, you know, as far as getting me up and shit. But because Horn's the bait, that's the only thing getting me up.
Because Jeff actually hasn't said when he's going to fight next, but obviously, if you have your fight next around the same time that Jeff does, then obviously we can create a bit of a hype for a rematch, whether it be in September, November, October.
Definitely. But
the thing is, where I'm going to stick up for you is if the rematch is going to create so much money in this country, and Anthony Mundine brings the money to this fight. Can his team have a look at the weight thing? Because the weight thing was a disgrace.
Definitely, there's got to be I would have to be middleweight. You know, I'm the A side, obviously. I reckon. You know, even though he won the last fight, I'm still the A side. Like, he ain't got the runs on the board, enough runs on the board in order to, or personality, or charisma. Yep. You know what I mean, or anything else to warrant him being A side. So, you know, it's got to be a middleweight. And it's got to be no second weigh-in, and I'll take care of business. I've got no doubt in that.
I believe that too. You've done a lot for community and charity, and a lot of people don't know this about you. Personally, I do, because I know what you do with your family and that, and you're absolutely fantastic. But you receive no praise. Jeff talks about anti-bullying, and everyone loves him. What do you think that is?
Man, it's just the system, man. Like, whether we like it or not, you know what I mean? Like, especially being Aboriginal, like in this country, one, being Aboriginal, two, being Muslim, and three, having a voice, like having a platform to speak your mind. I just talk truth, and the truth's like a rock. You throw it into a pack of dogs, and the one that hits will bark the loudest. And then the ones that are barking is the media, and the media wanna control people, and they wanna condition people to think a certain way and feel a certain way and whatnot. You know, just like Danny Green with the anti-punch. I mean, the one punch coward. I mean, they put these guys on a pedestal and try to build their name and their brand to where they're goody goodies. You know what I mean? Like too good, goody shoot, goody. But I know, you know, Green, we gotten better as years went on, and I respect the man as a fighter and whatnot. But he's not the nicest person to people, the way I've seen. You know what I mean? Hasn't got, just thinks he's a bit of cut above. You know what I mean? I think Jeff's a better guy, better person, and more genuine.
Government backed?
I think he's more genuine as a person, as a guy, but he gets the privilege. You know what I mean? He gets that privilege. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I like Jeff, man. I think he's a cool cat, but he gets that privilege that none of us would get, you know what I mean? But that's not his fault. It's just him being who he is. You know?
You training at the moment?
Yeah, I'm ticking over, man.
Because you look good.
I'm ticking over. I normally sit around 78, 77 kilo, so I'm just ticking over and just waiting forward to set something in, you know, hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Good stuff. Would that fight potentially, Anthony? Would that you looking for a Melbourne, Sydney? Obviously, you're not going to fight someone like Jeff. Jeff is obviously Brisbane or Sydney. We know that with the Queensland, New South Wales. But would you think about maybe taking it back down to Melbourne? Like I was at your fight when you fought Rabchenko in Melbourne, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. A lot of people don't realise how good Sergey Rabchenko was, and look what you did that night. You absolutely schooled him. Would you head back to Melbourne for a Zarafa fight?
Well, there's an interest in interstate promoters. Like I've worked with Brian Armstrong before, and he's a great guy and a guy that does great things for boxing. And I definitely will talk to Brian and see if he's interested. So we're gonna weigh up our options and see what's best. But I don't mind fighting in people's backyards. I went to fight Solomon in Melbourne. I went to fight Taylor in Wollongong.
Kessler in Germany.
You know what I mean? So I don't care if this is the backyards. It's just I don't care if it's the backyards. I just go to perform.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, hopefully we see a fight with Zarafa, if that's the guy that you want to take on.
Well, I think he's the most credible guy. Guy that's come off a great fight against Kell Brook.
Fantastic.
And I think he showed a lot of heart, showed a lot of... He actually took it to Brook won some rounds. But and Brook's one of the best welterweights out there, or super welterweights out there. So that's no disgrace in Zarafa losing to him. But I just think I'm still a cut above these guys, and obviously,
providing we do it at the right weight.
Yeah, obviously the right weight, and that's middleweight. I think Zarafa he likes middleweight too. So it'll be a great fight, and it'll be entertaining, very entertaining. And I believe I just feel great, man. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, good stuff. Anything you want to say to you? We've got fans in America, Mexico, Asia, UK, obviously across Australia. Any last words from Chuck Mundine?
Last words, man. Just continue to support me. Continue to support boxing. And I told you the man ain't done yet. What happened was God's will. I have to accept it. But believe me, they're gonna feel the wrath of a menace, man. I'm ready to take all these cats. I'm not after world titles. I'm not after this. I just want that horn fight to make the wrong right and prove that I'm on my level. Period.